So, Sam Vecenie said that we can't overlook how much of an upgrade Trajan Langdon is over Troy Weaver, right? Let's get real. He has yet to make any substantial moves. Now, he added some decent free agents. I'll give him that. But the reason for the Pistons' success is from the core. The core is what Troy Weaver drafted, right? And we wouldn't even be having this conversation if Troy Weaver wasn't forced to hire Monty Williams, who sabotaged the Pistons on purpose so that he could get fired, right? And get a huge payday for doing absolutely nothing, right? So you're looking at the success of the Pistons and saying Trajan Langdon did a great job. When Trajan Langdon first got to the Pistons, he literally said that he told K that he was going to be making some changes, which K told him he disagreed with. Go back and watch videos, right? K literally told the guy not to make any drastic changes yet, because K knew, like I knew, right, they had enough firepower last year to at least get 30 wins. The reason they didn't is simply because of Monty Williams playing Killian Hayes over Jaden Ivey, fucking up the morale of the roster. Monty Williams was a disaster on epic proportions, and that was brought on by Tom Gores and whoever the managing company or managing I forgot their names, right? But this is really the reason they didn't have the success last year, because none of y'all would be saying the shit y'all saying if he wasn't forced to hire Monty Williams. And listen, I think it worked out for the best, because we did end up getting JB Bickerstaff later on, because we wouldn't have got JB Bickerstaff because he was still coached the Cleveland Cavaliers for that last season. So I think that worked out as a blessing. But let's not get it twisted. Trajan Langdon hasn't done anything to me to prove that he's a better GM whatsoever. And I don't believe Troy Weaver was looking to add substantial free agents because we weren't ready yet, right? That's really the issue. The core was not ready to make those type of jumps yet, and he knew it, right? But they still could have got 30 wins with the squad they had last year. The year before, right? So all this bullshit talk, I'm 100% certain, right, that Troy Weaver is gonna get the Pelicans turned around, like, pretty quick. I think that's why Joe Dumars, anybody who really understands what happened, and listen, I don't think Joe Dumars was a great GM. He got lucky. He got lucky and got the squad he got, right? I don't think he did that by design, because he fucked it up real quick. Trading for AI and then Tracy McGrady and all this type of shit. Listen, man. I think Joe Dumars understood the type of changes, because everybody wants to pretend like they didn't know what was going on before Troy Weaver got there, right? We were fucking stuck. We had Blake Griffin, horrible draft picks. We traded. I mean, Tom Gores has been fucking shit up since he got the team. But Stan Van Gundy's horrible draft picks. Henry Ellison, are you fucking kidding me? Henry Ellison, Stanley Johnson. Who was the other cat? Luke Kennard. Like, Luke Kennard is a bench player. He's like a 7th or an 8th man on a good team, right? And these are the people Stan Van Gundy drafted, thinking he was getting the next what's the dude name from that coaches the Lakers? JJ Redick. Thinking he was getting another JJ Redick, man. Like, you motherfuckers. A lot of y'all is goofy as hell, man. A lot of y'all goofy, bro. Thinking that Troy Weaver wasn't a good GM. Listen, no GM is going to make every perfect move. The Oklahoma City Thunder, they've been struggling for forever, right? Trying to get things right. Sam Presti, right, from the Oakland. I don't even know if he's a better GM than what Troy Weaver did. Troy Weaver turned around a disaster and gave us hope when it was no hope to be given. And then people just going shit on Troy Weaver's name like Troy Weaver is some bum out here that didn't do shit for the Pistons, right? I think Troy Weaver embodied Detroit. I think he really embraced the culture of Detroit, right? And he understood the assignment better than a lot of y'all, right? You can't, when you trying to get that type of talent, right? Like for the Pistons, it's gonna have to be through the draft. You're not gonna get substantial free agents just to come to the Pistons, right? And then Cade was struggling with injuries. We've had injuries here and there where it kind of derailed us a little bit, right? But to sit here and act like Troy Weaver was the worst GM, because that's what a lot of y'all idiots be saying. A lot of y'all really slow, right? Y'all be talking about Troy Weaver as if he was the worst GM in the NBA ever, or even on the Pistons, right? You got a long history of terrible GMs that has put together horrible teams for the Pistons. Even Joe Dumars, even though he won a championship, you got to call that into question, right? He kind of backed his way into that shit, right? And I'm just going to call it how I see it, man. I'm not here to sugarcoat shit or nothing, right? A lot of y'all don't even understand basketball, you know what I'm saying? Or what he was trying to do. Troy Weaver was actually trying to build a dynasty. And it looks like, right? We got to see what Jaden Ivey looks like. But it looks like he may have accomplished that. And, of course, Trajan Langdon is going to get the credit from it because he came and when he was finna blow it up. Right? He was finna start trading some of these players. I was afraid Asar, when he drafted Ron Holland III, I was 100% certain this dude was finna go and trade Asar Thompson. I believe he would have. Had they been just a little more stagnant by the trade deadline, right? But you got the difference between the season before and this season was we had a competent coach. That was the biggest change. That's the only thing. And Trajan Langdon was given the ability to hire his own coach. I'm going to say that again. Trajan Langdon was given the ability to hire his own coach, man. Don't let that go over your head, right? So I know a lot of y'all is goofy, right? Thinking, oh, well, it's really just he put together a terrible squad. Nothing was that bad about the squad the year before. They could have still easily, like I said, got the 30 wins. But when you got a bum-ass coach, someone that's trying to get fired, he made Troy Weaver look bad. And it wasn't Troy's fault, right? And people say, oh, well, Troy Weaver didn't get into the get along with everybody in the front office. So the fuck what? So the fuck what? Who cares? You brought this man in to make the decisions to make this team better. Y'all motherfuckers put together the most garbage squad. You don't have the right. Before Troy Weaver got there, we had just drafted Sekou Bam Dumboya. You motherfuckers don't have the right to say who needs to be hired. Right? All you need to do is follow instructions and do whatever you're told to do. That's how I look at it. Right? Troy Weaver made the Detroit Pistons look good for the first time. The only time we've ever had good draft picks. We have a long history of bad draft picks. Right? He's got the longest streak of hitting in the first round, and hell, even somewhere in the second round a little bit. Marcus Sasser low-key is a beast, and he need more playing time, right? But a lot of y'all clueless, man. So Sam Vecenie, whatever your name is, bum. Listen, keep your mouth shut. You don't know what the hell you're talking about, man. All right, at least not dealing with the Pistons, you don't. Saying Troy Weaver was saying Trajan Langdon was an upgrade. What has he done? What? I'm trying to figure it out. He brought in a couple people. Now, this offseason will tell. Now, I'm not against Trajan Langdon, for the record, right? I want the brother to succeed, right? But he hasn't done anything that improved the team for real, except for bringing in Tobias Harris, right? Tobias Harris was a good help to Cade to get shooting around him. I like that move. I like the fact he brought in Malik Beasley, right? But Tim Hardaway Jr. wasn't a bad pickup. He brought in some okay veteran free agents. He did do that. But the veterans we had the year before wasn't bad to the point where we couldn't have got 30 wins. And if you think that, you really are delusional. Right? Monty Williams just didn't know what he was doing, period. And now Trajan Langdon is getting all this praise for a roster that, for the core roster, let me say that, for the core roster that Troy Weaver drafted. Y'all can't stand Jalen Duren when he have a bad game. Think you need to trade Jaden Ivey every time he have a bad game. A lot of y'all is retarded, man. A lot of y'all need to switch teams. I don't give a fuck if you live in Detroit or not. I don't even live in Detroit. I live in Phoenix, right? But I'm from Michigan. But a lot of y'all don't even need to be fucking fans, bro. A lot of y'all need to go switch teams, man. Y'all fucking weirdos, bro. Like, straight up. You know what I'm saying? I can't, listen, man. I honestly can't take just the dumb thoughts. Like, for us to be a historic franchise NBA team, we got the dumbest fan base, I swear. And it's fucked up because, you know, you would think we used to something, but we not. You know what I'm saying? The only thing we used to is getting bad draft picks, bad roster moves. Troy Weaver brought stability to a chaos. All y'all that's dogging Troy Weaver, when he was making these moves, y'all was eating the meat off the bone, bro. Pause. Y'all was eating the meat off the bone. Pause again. Right? Y'all motherfuckers is hilarious, man. Anyway, that's my take, bro. Sam Vecenie or whatever your name is. Listen, man. Get you, you know, go report on another team that you know something about. Honestly.